Women, let's talk. Wow, today is another day. Another day. Wow, but this time around outside is it's raining. It's raining. But yeah, well we need it. We need it actually. And yeah, we actually need it after all that hot sun, all that heat that we've been having throughout the week. It's even about time that let the rain and let the coolness bring down the heat, because when we started our summer, I actually thought that we were living in Egypt, because the way the heat was coming. I was thinking that, wow, that we this is Egypt slash Nigeria, as as you guys saw before, but now much cooler. So anyway, guys, I hope that you all are having a great time. You're relaxing and you're enjoying yourself. You're at work and things. So today we're going to be talking about a brand new topic. Today's topic we'll be talking about is, can hormones make you gain weight? So as in your hormones, that I mean. But before we get into that, many of you already know me. It's your girl Ades. So as we start, now a lot of us ladies, a lot of us ladies, we're really suffering from hormonal changes. And first of all, hormones, hormones mainly, is actually the way our body changes from when practically from like when we're young, as we continue to grow to adult, and we get much older, up onto the stage of pregnancy as well. Our hormones changes all the time. So it changes, we will actually start to develop a lot of issues, as a result to the hormonal change. So what it actually does, it actually, hormones actually helps, not helps, but our hormones actually does make us to gain weight. It does. It really, really does. As a result to poor diet, or poor lifestyle. So a poor diet, for example, like, not not eating good food and always eating processed food, brings the poor diet, and a poor lifestyle as well. The poor lifestyle as well is like smoking, drinking alcohol, taking drugs. So it all contributes to your hormones changing regularly and all the time. So the reasons. Oh, hi, Charlotte. Oh, thank you for coming on. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So the reasons that is so the reasons for all these changes is because we, we get hormonal imbalance. And because sometimes a lot of us, as in, especially like, we ladies that are middle age as well, that we have reached the menopause age. So a lot of them, a lot of them get hot flashes. Some of them get cold flashes. Some of them will be, they will be feeling nauseous and feeling very, very cold. But where they are, where they actually are is quite warm. Like in the building that they are is quite warm, but because they're in the menopause age, that's also part of the hormonal change, and unfortunately that's what we ladies have to suffer, especially we young ones, that we are about almost getting to that menopause age, is one of those things that we have to deal with, and there's not really much that we can do. But it's not that there's not much, but there is a solution. But we will actually talk about that much later. So it can also cause you to gain weight. So it can also cause you to gain weight by yeah by poor diet, also like I said, processed food. Hi Ducky. Like processed food, also eating a lot of chocolate as well. That's also another thing. Now, not only not only does it make you to gain weight as well, it actually affects us. It affects us in terms of obesity. Now, especially a lot of us. I'm not going to say a lot of us, but I'll say about maybe 50 to 80% of us women that suffers from obesity. Many of us knows that it is a very big problem. It's a very big problem that causes a lot of health issues, and it yes, it causes a lot of health issues. So health issues like chronic heart disease, diabetes, all those kind of things. So now we're going to talk about how the hormones can so how can hormone change make you gain weight? Because obviously we're talking about how that can hormones make you gain weight. Now we're going to talk about how it can. So now, when weight gain, when weight gain is the result of hormones. So simple shifts in diet and exercise habits are not always enough, and medical diagnosis is needed to be identified. The source of the problem it needed to be identified. So mainly what I mean is that when when you're doing your exercises as well, you need to bear in mind that the exercising is not enough. Do all the exercises that you can, but but at the same time, you also need a medical diagnosis. Your doctor needs to diagnose you on what the problem is, and why you're having hormonal changes, and why you're gaining weight. So you actually need to get to the bottom of why you're gaining weight, because there are various reasons. Hold on for me. Yeah, so there are various reasons, not just hormonal change. It can also be in the family. It can also be a genetic thing in the family, like for example, your two parents, or your auntie, your uncle, who may probably have some kind of health issue that is resulting you to gain weight, because it comes genetically. So it not just comes genetically, but it passes on to the next child. I mean, so now, now again, is not just again, exercise habits are not always enough, and medical diagnosis is so the medical diagnosis is also needed to be identified. So the problem needs to be treated. So what I mean is that once it's identified, the problem needs to be treated by medication. But at the same time, you need to bear in mind as well, with medication, it does have their side effects, and even before giving the medication, the doctors will definitely tell you that, look, that the medication that they're giving you may have side effects, but if you start taking it and you eventually start getting side effects, then you need to call up your GP, or your GP, or even your pharmacy, so that they can actually advise you on what to do. So now, hormones. So hormones are your body's chemical. So hormones are your body's chemical messengers. So controlling such important elements as growth, metabolism, and your mood changes. In these hormones can sometimes result in unexpected and uncontrollable weight gain. You see that is another thing with this hormonal change. It causes a very big problem. It causes a very, very big problem to us, that it causes us to gain weight. It causes us to gain weight in ways that we don't expect at all. But again, there is a solution, and like I said, we'll definitely get to that. So so the hormones can sometimes result in unexpected and uncontrollable weight gain. So it include estrogen shifts during menopause, which I've mentioned, which is linked to the lower muscle mass and increased fat stores for women. So again, with the hormones, with the hormonal changes, it causes you to gain weight, and then in the body as well, it stores fats in your body, and kind of makes you to gain a bit of extra weight. So the next one that it also causes is diabetes, which many of us already knows what diabetes are. Diabetes. Treating diabetes can cause weight gain. If you use insulin daily, it is prone to you gaining weight as well. And by using the insulin as well, it actually is one of those things that kind of gives you a lot of stress, and you end up burning your energy as well, because it's not easy. It is not easy for those it's not easy really for those who actually does have diabetes. Learning to manage being on diabetes is not easy at all. It's not easy. I know. I mean, I know what it feels like for a person to be diagnosed with diabetes, and they're having to use the insulin all the time, and then they have to also monitor their blood sugar. They have to use the insulin morning and morning, afternoon, evening. Most of them use it. Most of them use it 3 times. Sometimes they they use it only once. But every now and again they have to monitor their blood sugar, and if the blood sugar is really high, if the blood sugar is really high, it will become a very big problem for them, and it is real stress. So again, that's why, to those that are suffering from diabetes, you just need to try your best to avoid too much of sugar, because it actually does contribute. It actually does contribute um, it actually does contribute to the hormonal changes as well. Because with sugar, with sugar, as we take sugar and it enters our body, it causes a lot of things in the body, and again, the hormones changes every time. It changes every time. So one day you may be happy. Some days you may be sad. Sometimes you'll be angry, and you'll be wondering why, that what is happening. Why are you angry? And that person won't seem to understand that person is suffering from a hormonal change. That's what they won't seem to understand. So now the next one is stress. So prolonged stress causes an increase in the hormones, which can lead to high blood pressure and gas problem that can make you add weight. So so what I mean by gas problem, as in in the body, because especially when we take a lot of fizzy drinks, because many of us knows that fizzy drink has a lot of gas inside it. So when we take a lot of fizzy drink, when we drink a lot of it, it will go into our system, and then it will go into our system and it will actually sit there. And then every now and again we have to actually belch. We have to belch out the gas. And by drinking so much. Hi, welcome, and thank you for coming on. And by drinking so much energy drink, energy drink and fizzy drink as well. Hi. So by drinking so much energy drink and also fizzy drink as well, it actually kind of gives you a lot of gas in the body, and it can cause a lot of problems, causes a lot of issues, and you don't want to be suffering from health issues. You just want a healthy body. You want a healthy body. You want to be you don't want to be passing through all these hormonal changes. But unfortunately, as ladies, we have to suffer it. That's just one of the things. Hi Sam. Okay, my name is Sam. Okay, that's good. So unfortunately, we as ladies, we have to We have to suffer from these hormonal changes, the constant mood swings, the constant stress is just one of those things that our bodies has to process, unfortunately. And like I said, we are definitely gonna come to the solution, but very soon. So now, oh, okay, wow, amazing, that's great. Um, so the next one is, can I lose hormone weights? Oh yeah, yeah, oh yes. Now we're coming to this now. Now, the first step is to always work with your doctors, or nurse to diagnose the main cause of the problem, by often going for blood tests every 3 to 6 months. That's very, very important, because if you don't go for your regular blood tests, you'll be having complications in your body, and you won't really know unless you get a diagnosis. So it's very, very important that anytime. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, okay, what's the question? Sam? So anyway, as I was saying, it's very, very important to always make sure that you go for your blood test. So anytime you're sent a letter that you need to go for a blood test, you need to take it seriously. You need to take it very, very seriously and go for those blood tests. That way, at least you'll get to know where the source of the problem is, and your doctor will be able to sort it out for you quickly then and there. Sam, oh, so this is the question. I live in London. You make me laugh. Okay. So then the next one is hormone. So the next one, hormone replacement therapy. So hormone replacement therapy can be an option, yes, but with a risk and side effects. So, for example, sleep apnea. So sleep apnea. Apnea is a red blood count, which can raise a risk of blood clots in your blood clots in your body, and heart attacks. So to support any treatment program changes, you need to exercise. You need to exercise regularly. That is the requirement. You need to exercise regularly to be able to support these treatment. You need to exercise regularly. You need to make sure that you eat good food regularly. You need to make sure, again, you eat your fiber days all the time. Make sure you drink a lot of water all the time, and that way you will actually see changes, and they will be then you'll be able to sort out this problem of hormone changes. So the best way is to go for the therapy. That's the best way, to go for the therapy and work alongside with your doctor. So your doctor will be able to help you throughout this whole process. Oh, okay. Ask me some question. Um, Sam. Oh, okay. You want? Oh. Well, Sam, Well, the question I even wanted to ask you, you've already answered it. Okay, you live in Florida. Amazing. That's good. Um, so yeah, so just so the best thing is to go for the therapy, work alongside with your doctor, always make sure you eat good food, eat good food all the time, eat your fruits all the time, and drink lots of water all the time. That way we will, thank you, George. That way we will definitely overcome these problems, these hormone problems that we are facing. Okay, Sam, what's the question? Okay, so guys, I'm about to round up, but Sam wants to kind of ask a question. So oh, okay, yeah. So we'll kind of wait for the question that Sam wants to ask before we end. Okay, Sam, we're waiting for the question. Hi, Emily. Not Emily. Em. Huh? Emily. Oh, okay. Right. Good afternoon, and how are you doing, beautiful? Sorry. Can you summarize the topic you are talking about, because I am just coming on now. Oh, wow. Okay. Fine. We were talking about hormone. Can hormones make you gain weight? So that's the topic. That's what we were talking about. So we spoke about we spoke about if you gain weight, the chances are so we spoke about if you gain weight, um, the chances are poor diet and poor lifestyle um, can be a so it can actually be a problem. And we also spoke about hormonal imbalance, and so the hormonal imbalance that can cause you to gain weight. We spoke about obesity, which is a big issue, and um, and then we also spoke about how hormonal changes can make you gain weight. So we said when weight gain is the result of hormones, simple shift in your diet and exercise habits are not always enough, and medical diagnosis is needed to be identified, the source of the problem, so you know what correct treatment to take. Then we also mentioned hormones are your body's chemical messengers, controlling such important elements. Then we now spoke about the examples, which include estrogen's shifts during menopause, which is linked to the lower muscle mass and increased fat stores for women. Then we spoke about diabetes. We spoke about stress. Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, so we spoke about stress. Then we also spoke about we also spoke about can we lose can we actually lose the weight. Then we mentioned that the first step is to always work with your doctor to diagnose the main cause of the problem by often going for blood tests every 3 to 6 months, and which I also advise that hormone replacement therapy is an option, but with a risk and side effects. For example, sleep apnea. I'm in quiet room. You cannot tell me what to do, okay? If you're not happy, you can leave. Yeah. So sleep apnea, acne, and red blood counts, which can raise your risk, blood clots and heart attacks. So we also mentioned so to support these treatment programs, changes your diet and exercise may be required. So that's actually what we spoke about. That's just mainly all we spoke about. So anyway, so guys, I hope that this has been of great help to as many of you. So we are going to continue again much later on. But before I go, please don't fail to subscribe, comment, thumb up, do like me and share with your friends and your colleague and as many people as you feel that will benefit from this. Once again, is your girl Adez. See you all later on. Yeah, you're welcome, George. Okay, bye.